What is going on, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to season 1, episode 5. Check the net. I am
Mhm.
Steven, being joined by Colin and the newest member.
Of the
1
Union
week and
family.
what? 10
2
days?
days.
10
2
days
days.
old now?
He's total of 10? 9, 10. Saturday
Nine.
is Satur
9.
Saturday the 17th. So it says
Crazy, right?
11? 11? No, 9. 9.
Wow.
I can't count. I went to
Cra-
Boyertown.
Crazy, right?
Oh, yeah, it's my little man. We're joining in, and we are loving every minute of this that we have with this little man. He's so much fun. He's just a lot of everything. It's just that's all I can say. Like
2 episodes in, dude. He's a veteran.
he's a
He's
he's
well
a
seasoned now
he's a seasoned vet.
in doing pods, right? And doing shows.
You would think so, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like,
Look at him. He's already chilling.
yeah,
What
no,
when we last Friday when we had dinner, he
yeah,
was
dude, he slept the whole time,
the whole
like
4.5 hours.
the whole freaking
Didn't make
time.
it didn't cry. I still haven't heard what it sounds like when he cries. So
Um,
super chill. You got lucky. Good for
I
you.
really, really did, and I really need my wife to come get him because he just farted on me, and I have a very bad feeling about
Mm,
this.
starting the show off with bang.
Yeah, please.
Kind of like how kind of like how Glesnes did to start off
Start the season,
start Champions
dude. Let
Cup.
me tell you, that was crazy. I couldn't
Oh
believe
man.
that actually that happened. Like
Oh
that he
yeah.
started the season. Oh yeah,
Identical, right?
yeah, identical. Own goal at, like, the
Uh,
same time and everything too.
the
Go
last
ahead,
the
Ash.
last season, right?
Yeah,
There
started
she
yeah,
is. The whole Recky's in the building.
the whole
All the
Rickies.
Recky's.
Like I said, we got a guest appearance. There she is. Oh, that was
So
bad,
other than that,
man.
other than him
Whew.
dropping bombs, how's the first almost week being back home in
Oh,
the
it's
groove of
been good.
things?
It's good. My wife and I got a very good schedule right now. With taking care of him through the night because obviously he's only 9 days old and he's sleeping well like through the night. He really, really is, and it's really helped a lot that you know I'm a night person, so
Okay.
you know, having my
Bartender.
wife yeah, exactly. Um, having exactly, like, that nightlife feeling, um, is great, you know what I
Just
mean?
going
And
yeah,
it's
it's just
just
having a little human now, just chilling
yeah,
with you.
yeah, basically, and it's like I said, it's definitely a lot of fun, definitely easier than not easier because he is a baby, but
Yeah.
no, he's doing really well, really, really well. I really,
Good
really
man.
we're loving him with every second.
Oh man, I'm so happy that he's here. I know it was a long felt like more than 9 months for you guys, but he's here now and ready to party. March 30th, he's gonna be there, right?
Yes, March 30th, we
Good
will
day.
have it's the Minnesota game. It's a 2:30 game. It's the reason why um because we figured we will be able to have him during the day and it'll be a nice Sarah Lynn commenting, "Hi Dad and Uncle Steve." That's Kylie Wright commenting.
Hey, sweetie, how are you?
"Hi sweetheart." That's awesome. I got my my
Well, chiming in.
almost 7-year-old
There you
little
go.
girl.
Everyone, yeah, there you go. Everyone's watching.
Everyone knows, man. It's great. I love seeing that. Hi baby girl. I love you to death. Um Hopefully you ate all your lunch today.
Yeah, right. So this is a good thing why we do the show early because
Yeah.
so everyone can chime in. Family show,
Amen to
right?
that.
So you can before we jump into the union talk, make sure you go follow us on Twitter at checkthenet_pod, myself at sfuentes365, Colin at reckless with 3 S's 019, and anywhere you find Old City Sports content like at old_sports and www.oldcitysports.com. Make sure you use promo code Philly for 10% off all things site wide. Yeah,
Cheers,
dude,
mom.
you ready to get into it? Yeah,
And then we
let's
got
get
my
into this,
grandma.
dude. Cheers.
Damn.
Oh,
No, for a
hey,
weekly
the whole
show, man.
family,
I
the
know, it's
whole
so great.
family's joining in.
Real quick,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
yeah.
say this out loud too. Because Champions Cup is tomorrow. The show is tonight. We're trying to keep it between Mondays and Tuesdays will be our shows. Depends if the Union advance. We will go on Mondays with Champions Cup or whatnot. But that's kind of the plan. I know there are some people that want to be able to watch and listen Tuesdays. We're gonna switch it up. We really are. We're gonna do what we can. But
But we have
yep,
audio. We will have audio, right?
audio. It is on Spotify. It is
Boom.
up. It is
Yep.
up like 5 minutes after the show begins. But I know a lot of our listeners do like to chime in during the show,
Yep.
and
Yep.
definitely a good feeling that we have all these comments too. Sarah Lynn commenting from Kylie Ray. I'm good and I love you too, and I ate all of my lunch. About time.
Here we go. Time for dessert.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's do this.
All right, let's do it, bro. Union Talk is brought to you by SeatGeek. Download the app, choose your game, and use promo code Old City Sports Network for $20 off your first purchase. And it doesn't just have to be for Union. The Flyers, their home games are limited. I know this for the rest of the season. So make sure you use that code for Flyers for the Union. You got multiple emails. Use those emails up. Make
Yo,
sure
for
you keep
real.
using that code because you can get $20 off each time. Um, dude, with what do you want to do first, man?
Well,
You want
let's
to talk
go in order.
Chicago or
Let's
you
go
want to
in
go?
order.
Okay, let's go in order.
Let's go in
All
order.
right.
So
So 3
Saprissa.
2, 3-2, Saprissa, hat trick from Carranza. I want to talk about the good before we talk about the bad, right?
There was a lot of bad
So
though too.
a lot of bad. So the hat trick from Carranza, right?
Unexpected.
55th, 76 minutes, 79th minute. So in a span of what, 25 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
he decided to play hero. The first one was off a beautiful header from from Wagner, and then the next two were
Just
what I think we're probably going to be talking about a lot is Sullivan Gazdag to Carranza, that
yeah,
connection
for
for
real.
what was the next
Sullivan.
two goals. Um, Dude, crazy, right? It's
The
why
kid's
I decided
emerging.
put him up, give him his spotlight.
Dude, absolutely deserves
He's
it.
gonna be something else, dude, right?
He absolutely deserves it. I mean, the kid's just been playing outstanding. He truly has. It's and it was so he was one of the very few highlights of the first half. And we
Yeah.
can all, and I think
Yeah.
anybody can admit that that first half was very ugly. I think we were lucky that we only were down 1-0 going into half, and that one was a
To ourselves.
yes, basically. Um, and you could just you saw the rust in the first half, and that kind of scared me. Um, hi, Mike. Mike's checking in
Man,
from
a
Facebook.
few words. A
That's
man, a
all.
few words, Mike.
I'm sure we'll get something
Thanks
too.
for
But
watching, Mike.
yes, appreciate that. No, we were fortunate to be only down 1-0. Very fortunate, in my opinion. I thought we totally got outplayed. It should have been 2-3, 2-3 nothing probably. Even if you add in the own goal bump from Glasses, which let's just be that was freaking weird. That was a weird. Like I get what he's trying to do, play it back to his goalie and play like the safe route, but like
Who do
the
you
wind
blame
had to
more?
have been crazy there. What's up?
Who do you blame more? Or give me not blame more because obviously Glesnes deserves more of the blame, but give me
Yes,
out of 100, who give me your percentage of the blame to Glesnes and then a percentage of your blame to Blake because Blake definitely
he can play
seemed
that ball, but I'm gonna go
out of position,
65-35.
right?
I say
Okay, yeah.
65-35 Galesnis because if you're playing a ball back to your goalie, I don't think you should be launching it as high as you did and if you know the wind is as bad, like again, it was terrible weather. Like,
Horrible.
yeah, I mean, again, I understand decision making, you're being pressed from, the attacker. I understand completely, but I don't understand if I'm gonna pass it back to my keeper, I'm going to lob it. Now, again, Blake being the seasoned veteran that he is, I don't like when I saw him jump and I saw him just completely whiff. I like my jaw dropped. I was like, "What did I just witness?" And I get it. The goalie can't.
I think he thought he couldn't
He
grab
can't.
it.
It's a rule. Yeah, if you're getting a pass
I
back
know,
from
but
your own player,
I think like he was thinking thousand because even the way he got out of the way didn't seem natural.
Yes, I believe the wind took that
Like
is what they're saying.
like nothing. Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say nothing about anything looked like a video game
It
glitch.
did. It was like yeah, it was a real life video glitch, you know, FIFA FC 24 or FIFA 23, whatever you're playing.
Yeah.
Like, no, it was bad. And I thought for sure once that went in, we were going to see a big momentum shift. Like we were gonna see a lot more pressure. We're gonna see Saprissa put in a lot more goals.
They're
Fortunately,
fast.
you know, they're super fast. Fortunately,
Mm,
again, we are a damn good team. We are we are very, very well coached. As much as you know, we've disagreed about we've not disagreed, we've disputed about like whether Curtin's system works or anything. Like you and I have gone back and forth. Like we've had friendly
oh,
conversations
yeah.
about it. Um, but yeah, no, like like I get we're the veteran team in that aspect. Like I expected Curtin to
Yeah.
go in and be like, "All right, guys, this is actually time. We're not preseason. We're not joking around. You're not getting switched now. Like, let's start pulling some shit together." Steve Brumdock checking in from Facebook. Messi is greater than the entirety of your union roster. That's a fact. That's like I'm glad that someone that doesn't know soccer as well as the next person knows that Messi's greater. I'm proud of you, Brummy. Very proud of you.
Should we let everyone else know how, how Brummy is? How he's chiming in to troll.
Yeah, he's of
He's
course,
all
but Messi's my favorite player of all time. So like, I'm not even gonna.
That's why
He's
he's putting you in the most troll position by knowing
that's
what
fine.
he Alan can't say anything to this one.
I can though. Messi's the
The
greatest player
idea
to
it's the
ever live.
perfect comment.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So
The
you knew
first half, yeah, dude, definitely
it was
looked,
so ugly.
oh,
Blake
and
getting hurt.
then
I texted you
oh,
about that. I caught that right away. Blake getting hurt's impactful because now
were
Oliver
you drinking
Smell.
Dr. Pepper? Were you drinking Dr. Pepper? Because it's like you became a doctor.
No, smart ass. I was not drinking Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper. I just kind of pissed it. Like not pissed it.
It was
You
amazing
noticed.
though. You dude, when you called it, I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, so you kind of notice it with goalies because when they do goal kicks, obviously, like when I was playing soccer as a kid, I liked being a goalie because I liked being able to use my hands. I feel like I can direct the team and everything. And also, when I came to goal kick, it was just let's just kick this son of a bitch as far as we can. Like that's just what I like doing. And then when you see Galesnis or Damian Lowe taking it, you're like, okay, something's not sitting right. Because I mean, I get it, like you're trying to pass, but like you still get a chance to show off your leg and show how far you can go.
I
Brummy
thought he was
checking in.
stalling for time.
He could have been, but again, it's a different way.
It makes
Brummy
sense now.
checking
He
in.
was he was definitely injured.
Colin and Sidney Crosby still owns the Flyers. Have a nice night. Shut up. This isn't. We're not.
Wrong show.
Jesse. Yeah, wrong show. Jesse, get after him. He's a Penguins fan. Get him off
Sundays,
my
right? Sundays,
show.
1:30.
Sunday 1:30 is the Flyers alley. That's where you want to go. You want to be hockey banter. Love you, Brummy. But no. Going into the first half, going into halftime, I thought for sure being up or being down 1-0 was a gift. We were kind of hanging around. Carranza explodes, and I even texted you about that too because I know you and I text through the games that when we're at home nonstop. I was like, well, I think he's going to make me eat my words this season. Kind of hope so because if that's a good thing for him, that means he's gone. He's doing bigger and better things.
It was
I
a good
don't
thing
hate
for
the
us
guy.
then too.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no because we're gonna get the money, but we're not gonna do anything with it because what the hell do we do? Um, I just it was refreshing and good to see, you know, uh, see him kind of go off. But then we'll talk about it going down into Chicago, where I felt like he was non-existent after having that impactful of a game, whether he's tired or not. It was bothersome, but neither here nor there. Um, give me your
What do you
thoughts.
think Curtin said to him at halftime?
I don't know. Jesse Bell, fellas, sorry I fell asleep watching Home Improvement.
Oh,
Oh yeah, thank you. I couldn't think of it.
oh shit, my
I
bad.
was trying. I was like, "What noise does he make?" And then you did it. I was like, "Oh, it's kind of Butch." That was funny as hell. What do you think he's like? All right, fella. Like basically, just fellas. Sorry, I fell asleep. Sorry, you
Yeah.
guys were asleep. Let's wake the hell
Yeah,
up. This
there you
is
go.
go
Wow.
time. Like
Well done. Yeah.
y'all want to play. Y'all want a trophy. We're gonna be in these games. We can't be down 1-0 on the road with an own goal. Like they were scrapping. But again, it's what I think we've said multiple times. It's Curtin's doing the play defense, let them come out at the first half, and then we'll go on the counter in the second. Which again, that worked perfectly. If you saw like how we were watching the game, it worked perfectly. So that's just my
They
thing.
had chances, dude. They had
A
double
lot,
chances,
a lot
good
of chances.
chances in the first half. So to only be down 1-0, I think going into halftime of that game uh was huge. So whatever he said, because they came out and within, like I said, a 25-minute span, and that's where, like what you said earlier about how Union compared to Saprissa, how we should be the more dominant team in a sense of like, excuse me, of I th- I personally think like the skill level of players,
Yes.
not taking anything away from Saprissa, but I just think when it comes to the Union, you saw the MLS players take that next step. And once Bronza scored that second goal, you could just see the crowd out of it.
Yeah.
The crowd being a huge factor, I think, uh,
Well,
in
thank God that he
that
got the
sort of
third too,
environment.
because Jesus Christ, that scared the hell out of me.
Scared you, huh? In the 90th minute, and that was a nice goal.
It
That
was. It
was
was
a
a
nice
beautiful
goal.
goal. Blake
Yeah,
had no chance. I mean, and especially now that you know that he was dealing with an injury, wasn't coming out. That's
explains.
it explains a little bit. I mean, I think he would have got a
Yeah,
hand on it, maybe not fully saved it, but I think if he's
yeah, no, that's
100%
a good
healthy at
shot.
that point, yes.
That was a good
Um,
shot by what was his? Who was it who scored for them? I had it written down here somewhere. I can't
can't think of
remember
it.
who it
Sorry.
was. Gerald, maybe Geraldo,
Yeah.
maybe.
Corey
But
Welk checking
regardless, it
in.
was a yeah. Go
Corey
ahead.
Welk checking in. Evening, fellas. Sorry about that. Thomas J. McGuire, fellas, who's your favorite Union player of all time?
Oh wow, nice, good question.
I haven't thought of that, but I'm gonna say off the jump, I have two, three. I'll say three right off the jump. Zach McMath, because I love doing the he's big, he's orange, nothing rhymes with orange. Zach McMath chant. That was my favorite when I was growing when I was coming up through. I loved Michael Farfan. Um, I was a very big fan of Michael Farfan growing up. He was very smooth with his passing. Kind of reminds me of Jack McGlynn now, but McJack I think will be a lot more advanced later, obviously because he's so young, and obviously who doesn't think Letu is one of their favorite players of all time.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
Mount
Ray,
Rushmore.
I loved Ray Gaddis when he was a Union player. He actually followed me on Instagram for a while, so I was a big fan of his. And again, who didn't? Carlos Torres too. If that's his name, if I say that, he was our captain, our defender for a while. I think it was Torres. No, maybe I forget. I'm drawing a blank right there. Thomas, mine is Letu. Again, this is everyone's safe bet is Letu.
Yep.
But continue with yours.
Mine being a newer Union fan, mine would definitely be Blake.
Blake, yeah, that's a
Yeah,
safe bet too.
Blake and Bedoya.
I mean, he's not been here. I mean, I'm sorry, Blake. They've both been here for a good amount, so it's not like there's a wrong answer with that one. But yeah, Thomas checking in. Torres was a good one as well. Yeah, I loved the energy he brought. I loved. We had the MLS All Star game. I want to say it was 13 or 14. And he subbed on, and when he subbed on, the crowd went absolutely berserk because obviously it was a home match for us. Or I'm sorry, the MLS All Star game was in Philly, so the crowd went berserk when they saw him come on the field. It was awesome. I think I tried getting one of those jerseys, I couldn't get one. It was really upsetting. But
So anything else? Thank you, Tom. That was
thank
good.
you.
Yeah, those were good. That was a good comments. What
That got me thinking a little bit. I mean, I've
I know, right?
it really has. Marisa, do keep going.
What
Roger Torres.
anything else from Champions Cup from the first leg?
No, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night, though. I get to go. I'm really excited about that because my first time at the Sub on tomorrow night. It's gonna be cold, but I'm ready.
And we're gonna get into the that later on in
Yeah, probably be on the
another
pitch.
segment in the next segment. So what'd you think about the yellows? The yellow
Ridiculous.
cards in
Ridiculous again. But
galore. I mean, what?
you saw a
Carranza,
difference though.
Martinez, Lowe, Wagner, Hernandez from Saprissa. So what? 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total
They gotta be careful
yellows
though, because those add up real quick too, especially now we're coming
real
into, I
quick.
mean, not that we're gonna see the pro referees come in for tomorrow's game, but still, like, yeah, no, we gotta talk about that. We'll once we get this done.
Are those the same refs though? Does that strike have
The
anything to
replacement
do with
refs?
champions? Have anything to
I
do with
hope
Champions
not.
Cup?
I hope not. I don't think so. Thomas was checking in. My brother tried to get me a dog named Torres.
Yeah.
I hope they don't have
So
anything to do with them, but I think, isn't it like CONCACAF sponsored referees? I would have to assume that because it's CONCACAF Champions Cup. That would be my assumption. I'm waiting for Jose Nunez to chime in and tell us this one, but I'm pretty sure that's how it would be because they're CONCACAF instead of
okay.
MLS, or that's what my assumption wholeheartedly would be. Um,
What'd you think about the subs? How he used his subs? How Curtin used the subs in
I'm fine with it.
I was
I
shocked.
mean,
I was shocked to see Marcus Anderson
I was happy. Baribo's hurt.
before oh, okay.
Baribo's
'Cause
hurt.
I'm like, I thought he was fine. I thought he was better.
I thought he was too, but apparently Baribo. What I was reading on Twitter that night was Baribo was hurt. Because I couldn't believe that the first striker off the bench was number 25. I can't stand seeing him being our first striker substitute. I just
But we
that's
talked about I think these tournaments are good use for them. Use those minutes up, use them in there. I would prefer them to focus on MLS. If for whatever reason they start to get further on in these tournaments, then sure, let's be for real and take it serious. But and then
yes,
I guess that'll jump us into the next game. That sub, one sub in the in Chicago. So 2-2 Chicago. Um Gutierrez started off. That was I mean, it was a beautiful goal in 39th minute.
yes.
Man, I mean, they but
We
Blake
kind of
wasn't
said it.
stopping that. Blake wasn't stopping that
No,
either, I don't think.
we kind of
So,
said that too going into that game. We were both kind of nervous with the additions that they had made. I think they're very under the radar, and I think they kind of showed it too. Coming
but
into
we
our
didn't see
home,
them. We didn't see them until the second half,
I mean, yeah, but
which I was shocked.
still coming into our home and leaving with a tie is a win for any opposing team. Anything less than
Yeah.
3 points for us is a loss, no matter what anybody says. Whether we come back and make it a tie, it felt good to be like, okay, at least we saw the fight, we saw the resiliency of the team. I was very happy about that, but no one being a Philadelphia Union fan is very ever happy with not walking out of there with 3 points. Again,
Yeah.
difference of opinion. Again, I was happy because again, last year's team, I'm seeing we're not even. They go up 2-1, we're dead. We're dead in the water. Curtin's throwing every substitute out there to be like, all right, guys, good luck trying to get this one. Like it was very. It was good to see him say, okay, no, foot on the gas. Let's just. Only saw Bedoya come in, and I was like, okay, I think Bedoya coming in the second half is going to be amazing with his veteran leadership, his veteran knowledge too. Like tired legs versus Bedoya's older, more veteran legs, I think is going to be a very key factor. Um,
I
again,
got
when you also
something
have
about
you have
Bedoya and Fang's top
uh,
5 later
yeah,
for you.
I got something about that too. Quinn's just explosive as hell. That man looks like he can run for days and never be tired. Um,
He's a
it
good
was
problem for the league, man,
he really is, and I guarantee that
and
he's gonna see
and
some
he's with
Europe
us.
soon. He's gonna see some
He's
European
with
stuff too.
us. Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
He should. He absolutely should. He absolutely. I mean, him and Jack McGlynn should be getting some other looks too, than not just from
W
MLS. And if they stay in MLS, I hope they stay with us for the lifelong. But
Were you shocked to see him in the starting, lineup again?
Quinn, no, the guy has just balled out. He's done everything that you can ask of him. He's proven that he's versatile. How many games they started striker last year? How many games they start at the 10 spot? Like he started everywhere, and He's our Swiss Army knife. We got to use him as much as we can. I mean, as much as his body will let him go. I get it, he's a lot younger, but we want to burn him out. But he's so valuable, I think. And him
Yeah,
and Harriel on the right side, that is going to be a filthy duo.
it's locked down, man.
I love it. I
They
was a big
they
fan of
had
it.
that they had that side, excuse me. They had that side locked down.
And I think
Both
they
games, really.
complemented each other. I think they complement each other very well too, because like we said, like
Oh yeah.
Quinn Sullivan's running as much as he is. Harriel doesn't have to push up as much because he's not like because not that Bedoya couldn't do it, but like Bedoya was the right center mid all the time, and Harriel would cheat up a little bit to get more in the offense. I think Quinn and him have a good relationship where Quinn's like, I got this. You worry about defense. I'll
Yeah.
come back and help if I have to, but I'm going to be sprinting my ass from 18 to 18 every time if I can. And I think you kind of saw it.
Sloppy first half again, though.
Again, yeah, we cannot. I know it's only our second total game we've played, but we cannot be this slow and
It
asleep.
was bad, though.
Yeah,
Like, really bad.
yeah, it seemed it, and again, the officials didn't help at all. I
Mm-mm.
it
Mm-mm.
was. I know you were there. I sat at home, in my warm, comfy couch, but I can tell you that from our angle too, I was like, oh my god, I wouldn't want to be there.
What were the announcers saying?
They were agreeing with a lot of the things he said, but they were also saying like he was losing control, which was very, very apparent too. Um,
Dude, there was a point towards the end of the game when it looked like there was a handball
yes,
on a pass in, right? Or on a shot in.
it was on the
But
6.
either way, it looked like it was out on Chicago and it
Mhm.
should have been a corner. And you could see and hear Kai running over to the side ref. And even the side ref, when the head ref pointed to Chicago, the other ref was looking at him like,
Yeah,
oh,
they
like,
they you could
and
see
Kai sprinting over there, like, what are you gonna say something? Sort of deal. And it was just like, how is this either way not our
no,
ball?
no, it
Whether
was it was bad. I mean, they even said it too, like, oh, we can understand where they think there's a handball, but they're trying not to be biased, and you can tell that's most
yeah,
commentators
yeah,
are. But I won't forget too. I forget it was a foul on Martinez, and even they were like, "Oh, they better get control of this game, otherwise this is going to get out of hand real quick." And you saw that he had no control over the game. And I won't forget it was Harriel's goal that got disallowed. They were, or was it Gostok's? Someone's goal got disallowed, and they went up and tried to grab the ball. No, it was Harriel's because it was Damian Lowe because you texted me about that. I saw a replay of it that the Chicago's goalie grabbed the ball and was like, "No, no, no, it's offsides." And I think it was Gazdag was trying to grab it and like be like, "No, come on, we want to get back to half." And of course, Chicago's stalling to be like, "No, like this isn't
yeah,
how it works." And you just saw like the refs just kind of try to get in the middle, but he just was like, "Nah, I'm gonna let them just do their thing." You just saw it progressively get worse and worse and worse. The more chippy it got, the more like problematic it got. And MLS is going to have a real problem on their hands because if like the players aren't going to take them serious, they're not going to respect them. And it's very
yeah,
apparent in that game alone that they didn't care. Kai obviously is a very passionate player. Jose is a very passionate player. We've seen that's why they're two of our favorites in this show. But if you like, you can
hands
see
in
them,
Philly.
especially Philly. Like they describe Philly, and if you can see them just like screaming at the refs all the time, like, and it wasn't just like one instance; they were just constantly screaming, like, "Come the fuck on!" Sorry for my language, Kylie. I know you're probably gonna make me do push-ups for that, but still, like, no, I'm not doing them on the pod.
Hey,
No, but like, I don't know. It just, it was definitely a lot to see. It was definitely. Wait, what? Cody Kaufman checking in? The goalie yellow was pretty crazy. Did I miss that? Like the goalie got a yellow card?
I don't
Oh,
know
the
what you're
time
talking about.
wasting. It wasn't like it was any. No, yeah,
Okay.
that's normal. That is normal.
I've actually I can't remember a time where I can remember that actually being hard actually coming out.
It's come out a few
There's
times, but it's
usually
never
a
been.
whistle, like, okay, come on.
That's gonna break. Don't say
But
that.
you know,
I don't have to worry.
uh, I've always seen like the come on, like let's
Yeah,
go, like but I didn't
after
even
certain
see that.
times they have every right to just be like, you know what, time wasting yellow card. That's not it's not an
I
uncommon
felt like
thing.
that I felt
That's
like
why
that
you
was one of
hear
those, like, when in Rome, like, when else am I gonna be able to do it?
no,
Whoop.
that's one of those times that you if the fans know, like especially Sons of Ben, I know that many games we've done this where like the goalies are taking forever. They'll start counting just to piss off the
Oh,
goalies.
yeah.
And be like 1, 2, 3, and like it kind of
You
helps
think
and
we
edges them on.
you think we got one on the ref? By
Yeah,
counting? By helping you think we helped
I
a
couldn't
little
tell you.
bit
I
with that?
wasn't there. Probably, but I think he was also trying to earn brownie points because of how much he really screwed up.
Screwed up?
Yeah.
So what do you think about, the use of subs in
The
that
le-
game?
mm, Again, I think that's where I'm saying I think I was a fan of it because it was let's go out and win
Would you
this
see
game. I
play 90
trust my
minutes?
start. Yeah, ooh, and I was massive that he got his first goal of the MLS season in the first game. That was massive. I'm a ooh. I'll defend him till the day I
Beautiful
die.
goal.
Figured, my
Beautiful
opinion.
goal too. I like how their goals, whether it be, Champions Cup or MLS, a lot of them are team goals.
Hmm.
Not like anybody individually making it like an individual sort of like crazy play. They're all I'm trying to think. I mean, they're pretty much all off
Yeah,
assists,
yeah.
and
There will be no
they're
that.
beautiful. They're beautiful plays, team ball that you didn't see much of, I feel like last year, at least like this. And that's where, like what we said in past shows, the growth of Harriel, the growth of McGlynn. He had two amazing balls against Chicago that um he's not making maybe last year. I think like what you were talking about before about the being resilient, not giving up. Last year's team probably lays over after having multiple goals be called back and then getting scored on late and having to make another game tying goal um, late in the game. Last year's team, I feel like rolls over,
Yeah,
and we kind of saw that. We read that book, everything. We read that chapter,
especially
and
last year,
everything.
especially
So
towards the end of the season too. Like that one was. I mean,
it's the
how
same
often
thing.
did we? Yeah, like last at the end of last season, dude. Like we just
It
literally
was
just rolled over and died because they were so tired.
it was refreshing to see them not do that.
Agreed.
And there is a fight. There's a fight in this team, and I think some of it stems from playing these young guys like Sullivan. He's got something to play for.
Yeah.
Um, just because he was a part of those teams that um, were Supporter Shield and went to the Eastern Conference Finals. And did he get minutes in there? He wants to be the reason why. These young guys they're playing for something.
I thought
There's always a next step.
the amount of shots that kid took, I was a fan of. I'm
Take
like,
him.
yo, let him rip.
Let him rip, man. I know a lot of people maybe want him to
Pass more and
make an
everything,
extra
but no,
pass or, bring it back a little bit. You know
nope.
what? How many times last year did we say after so much ball movement and then kicking it back out to Blake, just shoot it.
Yeah,
Someone shoot it because, it creates something. Get it on goal, send it in. And he's doing that. He's
yeah.
willing to do it
He's
and it's gonna create something. It's and you're seeing it now.
yeah, big time. I was like I said, I was a big fan. I was a big like just let him shoot. That's it. Like if these kids want to shoot and they want to score and they have this sole determination to, like well, then do it. I got nothing against it. I really don't. The kid played outstanding. He's been a highlighted talking point of the past 2 games. Dude, get your goal. You want one? I guarantee he's gonna be one. He's my pick for a goal tomorrow night. I guarantee. I have this feeling.
7,
What's up
7, I think 7 or more for the season, I'm thinking.
across all comps?
If or maybe even just MLS. I mean, if you're gonna see him starting and getting 90 minutes worth of playing time in a good amount of games, then if he's gonna let him rip like that and if he has the Steph Curry sort of,
range.
green light to let it rip from Curtin sort of
Good.
deal, then hey, they're gonna go in,
Eventually.
eventually sort of deal.
Ashley Recky
You want
checking
to go ahead?
in.
There we
Loved
go.
Quinn's determination. Hope that grows this year. I think we are the fan of, or yeah, I cannot speak right now. I think everybody on the show involved with us thinks Quinn will
He's a
progress. I really, really do.
big, big
Cody
show
Kaufman says
favorite.
Kay broke up with him. She says that's why.
Yeah, she's going younger Sullivan.
Oh,
She's going
I
younger
mean, listen,
Sullivan.
younger Sullivan
Yeah,
going
same
to Man
age.
City. Let try and chase
Yeah.
that bag there, Kaylin. I'm proud of you.
Yep.
I get it.
Yep. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. I'm with it. Hey, I'm with it.
I mean,
Um,
it benefits you.
but then, they scored another goal. In the who was it? Herbers in the 82nd minute.
That was a
And
scrappy goal.
when I mean it, and I like Semmel.
Seymour.
Is I
What's
am I
that?
pronouncing it right?
Semele,
You know what
maybe?
I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Yep,
know.
Oliver. Let's call
Oliver.
him Oliver. Oliver.
Union Oliver.
So yeah, dude, I like him a lot. I
I think he's a
like
very,
him.
very good backup.
Yep.
There's I after walking away from that game, I said to Ash, I'm like, I'm so glad he was our goalie and not Bendick.
The way he came out from his line and made himself big towards the end of the game and made that stop. Holy crap, dude.
I'm a fan of him. I said it to my wife. I'm like,
Bendick wasn't doing that last year.
no, no, I don't care about the leadership in the. I mean, when it came to Bendick, I don't care about the leadership in the locker room. He's a locker room guy, and he's in this, and this. I need quality on the field. My wife checking in, baby Oliver and Union Oliver. Yep, checks out.
Union
All for it.
Oliver. There we go.
I'm
That
all for it.
solves not
I'm
knowing
for
how
it.
to pronounce names easily.
I'm for it.
Thank you.
I'm for it.
Yep. Thank you, Ashley, for that. That was easy. Wow, solved that problem.
Yeah,
So, but dude, when Herbers scored that goal in the 82nd, what I mean took the life
out of the
out of the
place.
stadium. It was like because then everyone felt exactly what I said earlier about
Here we go again.
here we go again. Like, oh, are you kidding me? And then the switch, dude, it really is crazy. Uh, and I don't know what it is, but whatever, it's working. Um, but it sucked the life out of the stadium. And then what? There was two? No, there was only one time for that game tying goal that it got called back, right? Or was it both times for the game tying goal
It was
for two?
both times.
Was it both times? Oh my
No,
god.
no. One was take the lead. I think it was Harriels takes the lead, and then the one that
Was there one for each tie? I think it was
yes,
1-1. There
yes,
was one call back and then
yes,
to tie again 2-2. Either
yes.
way, they both, I mean, gut
I was
wrenching.
frustrated because
But
like
then
I thought it was hilarious though too because during the game, like I said, you were there at the game and I was at home, and I remember you texting me going, "I can't believe they took that Damian Lowe was offsides," and I go, "Dude, he was 4 or 5 yards offsides." And I heard the whole stadium unanimously when they called it back, go boo, boo. And I'm like, it's the right call.
oh
And
man,
it's
it
like
was such
I'm sitting at home going, I'm like, they VAR, that's what it's for. You can't argue this one because here's the offsides line. Here's Damian Lillard though he gets the ball. And I'm like, it was
dude,
blatantly obvious. It was so funny. Because
it
I
was
know
so bad.
exactly what you and I are like in sports wise. We're like, God damn it, the refs did it again. Here we go again. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, and I'm the voice of reason going, no, he was 5 yards offside.
Yeah, like they even a replacement couldn't screw that one up.
Yeah.
Couldn't shit the
I
bed
mean,
with that one.
he screwed
But
it up from the initial call because it got everybody hype. It was like, hell yeah. But again, that's what VAR is for. It made the right call. Can't even argue with it. But
the Gazdag goal that got called
beautiful.
back, oh, it was
Beautiful.
beautiful. But then he redeemed himself.
It did.
Oh my gosh, it go ahead.
Ashley chiming in. Sorry, I was just leaving it up. I was letting you talk, but
Oh, no, go ahead,
Ashley
go ahead, go
chiming
ahead.
in. We need to tighten up and not make big mistakes to create those big leads this season.
I think if you can I think if they can clean up and some of it, I don't know if it's rust because it's just crazy how it can second half the switch,
Yes.
how crazy it is. So if they can knock off that rust sooner, I don't know if maybe that has anything to do with Bedoya not starting and being able to be like, "Let's go, guys." I don't think that has much to do with it, but it was a thought that I was thinking like, "Man, is that why? Like, maybe no one's taking that charge in the first half sort of deal." And him and Curtin maybe are helping giving a speech at halftime sort of deal. But
Good.
regardless, whatever it is, I think if you can clean up those messes and not at least feel like, even if we're going into halftime 0-0, I don't want to feel like, damn, we should be down 2-0.
Or we should be. It's like we should be up or we should be down, and it's been one of those things. You know what I mean? Like we just can't.
Yep. Clean up these first half struggles, I think, and like what Ash said, you see a different team because this game on Saturday really helped me um realize like, okay, they're not just gonna roll over. They want to play too. They're playing for something this
A
year.
lot of the things that I'll get to you in a second, Ash. I just saw your comment. A lot of the players, I don't know if you saw on Instagram. I know you're not a social media junkie, not a junkie, but as much as as you know, a lot of other people are on. But they did the intros, like they like, hey, meet the Union players that are on the team this year. A lot of them said win a trophy, and I know it's
Yeah.
everyone's determination every year to win a trophy. But I feel like this, after what I witnessed on Saturday, this is it's a different mentality in this squad that we're gonna win a trophy this season, and I feel really good about saying that. My
No, I'm
wife's
with you,
checking
dude.
in. Steven, I just realized the players' faces in the bookcase are behind you. I'm dying. Yeah, I mean, Gazda looks kind of creepy right behind you there, dude.
Yeah, they're just
Well,
peeking in. They're from the they're like from the fan giveaways
last year, it was
from
last
the
year.
games last year that Galen kept. And
I think she tried to
that's
get
where
like
I drew.
everyone that was handed out. She was
Yeah,
close, wasn't
dude, I
she?
have them all. I have the caricature one of McGlynn. We kept them all from last year. For so it's I'm gonna change them out throughout the year, throughout the season for the shows.
I'm for it.
But ended
What-
up 2-2 tie. Um Final takeaways from it for me, I'm o- I'm happy with with the 1 point to start the year. Um
One and three, but
Simply
one we'll settle for.
because yeah, simply because of the things like we've been talking about. They didn't roll over. They're 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 clearly trying to play for something. So that's what made the tie okay, because it's like, okay, so maybe some of these games where last year where we rolled over and didn't, attack the way we did like we did on Saturday, well, maybe moving forward, some of those games that we should have won last year, that's not going to be the case this year and moving forward. So 1 point to start the season, there being three games within 7 days to start the season as well. I'm
I
okay with
mean,
it.
one
I'm
win and
okay
one
with it
tie
with
out of
a
that, and it doesn't feel like we're in a bad position, even with
nope.
those two games, and we got one tomorrow night. I'm okay.
I'm okay with it too, dude. So anything else for you
Let's
on
go into
what
this
you
one.
saw for the last two games?
Let's do this for let's get through this because we got to talk about tomorrow.
Let's do it. Beyond the Pitch is brought to you by Righteous Felon. Go to www.righteousfelon.com. Use promo code OCSN for 15% off the best jerky around. Any orders $50 and over get shipped free. They have that stuff at Wegmans and
Yeah,
I think I saw it at Costco. And there's a few other places.
I don't have a Wegmans near me
Dude.
or a Costco membership, so you got to let me know about that.
Oh well, I got them both right by me, man. So definitely gonna just pick it up there. But order use those codes, order it. Use that promo code OCSN. How you feeling about tomorrow night? Let's talk about tomorrow night, and then we'll move on to the away game. So, how you feeling going into based on what you saw and what we just talked about, moving forward to tomorrow night?
I'm really looking
8:15,
forward.
dude.
What's up?
8:15 Tuesday, man. Killing me. The game tomorrow night.
Oh, it's so
8:15.
bad. Yeah, you got to work early in the morning
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I
I know
know.
8:15 to start. That's a really weird start time. I miss day
Well,
games. I can't wait till we
yeah,
actually get some day games back. I'm mad that we only got like what 3 this season. It's frustrating.
yeah, I think one of them, two of them are away. I think.
Yeah. Cody chiming in. Boys night. It will be a boys night.
Hey,
I can't freaking wait. I get to have a night with my boys, Cody, Steven, and myself. It's gonna be a fun night. It really, really is. Sorry, babe, leaving you alone with the baby for the night, but still. No,
yeah,
I'm tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to the same thing. I don't want to see come out play defensive. I want to see come out. Let's put our foot on our throats. Let's bury them. Let's show CONCACAF that we are not a slouch this year. And I think that Saturday is giving me that confidence because of how well that it was. Really do. But we look good. Like that's just it. Like I mean, like I said, there's things that we can talk about later. I think that we've you texted me about with on Bleacher Report. I was a little shocked by that they came out with the MLS power rankings. I was really shocked to see that we were third in the MLS.
ESPN, ESPN.
ESPN, I thought it was Bleacher
It was
Report. My bad.
ESPN. Right.
I was shocked to see that we were third after tying Chicago. And I scrolled down to see where Chicago was. Chicago was 25th. And I was like, wow. So we tied Chicago, the 25th team at home, and we're the third. So, okay. But I think they're giving us credit for the CONCACAF game, which I think helps out a lot. Again, 3 goals in Costa Rica says something. So maybe they're a little high on us this year. Maybe they're thinking the same thing we are. We finally got got our asses kicked. So, Ashley chiming in, all the baby cuddles for me. You enjoy the baby. I love
There
that.
you go. Yeah, great
It's a good trade.
mother son bonding time. It's gonna be
Oh my
amazing.
god, he's such a mama's boy anyway. He doesn't need any more mama cuddles. I promise you. He's such
Watching
a
for
mama's
dad and Uncle Steve and Uncle Manuel on the
boy.
on the TV on the TV. So
Oh my god. Okay, I was
so
ready for that.
no, I'm excited for the game. You know, this is a different team at home.
Yeah.
Last year at home, Champions League last year. This
I
year,
keep calling it
Champions Cup.
Champions League.
It's all right, dude. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You gotta get used to it. But
Either way.
and how they were in Leagues Cup at home, they're a different team at
Dominant.
home. I think I think they handle it pretty easily. Maybe not a 3-2. We'll get into the score later on in the last segment, but
That's what we do, yeah.
I think I think we walk away with this win.
We should.
I think use the subs, like what we talked about in one of the earlier shows.
I
This
think
is
we're
when
gonna
I
see a
want to
lot of
see these
Marcus
guys.
Anderson.
Oh, I hope so. I want to see even Rafa got it.
I would love it. I was so happy for
minutes.
Rafa. So
Yep,
happy for
right.
that kid.
I text you right away in capital letters when it happened, and it was just like
Rafa.
because I know you're a big. You talked about it earlier. I think one of the first shows, the very first show, about the players you want to see when it came to the youth. Hey, it only took you what couple 80 something minutes
I think it was like
to be
75,
able to
to see Rafa.
to be able
I
to
think the
come
kid's
in,
different. I
and
think the kid's got
so
potential.
so I'm looking forward to maybe them keeping up the subs, Curtin keeping up the subs and using them for tournaments like that.
Yeah.
Um,
That's not that that's what they're there for dumb reasons, me saying that, but I think that that's why you went out and got these kids. That's why you're trusting the kids. That's why you didn't make the signings that you did because you do trust these kids because they are that talented. That's just my hope and feel for it.
how worried are you about the weather?
I don't
It's
care.
gonna be nice for it's gonna be nice for
A home game.
Saprissa. I wanted it to be cold for them coming here.
I kind of did too.
We're
But
used to the cold.
I,
I'm looking at it now. Hold on. I'm looking at it now.
My weatherman.
and it's going to be in the 50s for it tomorrow. It says high of 62, 69% chance of rain. But if it's going to be 62 degrees, who cares if it's going to rain? I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to be hard rain.
I think
But
we
man,
could see.
I was hoping it was going to. Oh yeah, it's going to rain. Yep, it's going to rain.
Why
Bring
you gotta
your
do this?
poncho, folks. It's going to be when the game kicks off. It's going to be 54, and it's not going to get. It looks like it's not going to be below 54. So either way, and I wanted it to be cold, dude. It
I'm
was
gonna be wearing
so
this.
cold on
I like this a
Saturday,
lot.
dude.
It's brand new.
Dude, it was so cold on Saturday. Trust me, if you were going to miss a game, that
Buddy,
was
I got news for you.
weather-wise.
I've done a lot of cold weather games at the Sub, and with it windy, and that river right there, it is the most brutal thing. I've done a lot of them. You don't need to tell me. I know how cold it can get. I remember it was 2018 season started. 2018, I think it was. It was the year after, or no, it was the year after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and the first game that the Union get was New England. So of course, Union fans are
Oh shit.
chanting. Yeah, they're going after New England fans, going Super Bowl, and like I had my ex there, my daughter's mom, who we're on great terms with right now, and I'm really happy about that. And then my cousin Josh went, and then we had my friend Jim Moyer, his girlfriend, and my friend Steve McQuaid, his girlfriend. We all kind of went. We were like, "Oh, let's go to a home opener. It's going to be the first one against Boston." Like, yeah, we got a chance to rub it in the face, dude. I tell you right now, the six of us probably no, sorry, I lied. Seven of us didn't watch a minute because we were sitting there like this the whole time,
Froze, dude.
froze, like knees up and everything. Like we were freezing cold. It was and we were the last row in the stadium too, in the Sons of Ben, cold as all hell. I was like, yeah, I'll never do that again.
Those
Never do that
games
again
need to be they need to have those February, March games
during the day.
3:30, 5:30, even latest 5:30. I'd be cool with the 5:30. That game's wrapping up, but oh my god, dude, it was my face. Oh. And I lived in Alaska for 3 years. And I was like, I think I snapped you and I was like, screw this. So that's why I'm glad they didn't lose at least.
Yeah,
But
make it worth it, right?
yeah.
Like I'm gonna endure the
So back
cold. I want to win.
so back to the second leg. Do you Do you think Saprissa is going to come out with the same type of? Do you expect them to come out with the same type of energy that
Yes,
they came out with in leg one?
I think
Um,
Saprissa wants it. I don't not that they want it more than us because I think obviously the Union want to prove that we are one of the best teams
mhm,
in the MLS. But I think Saprissa's tired of hearing, "Oh, the Union should cakewalk this,"
yeah,
which they have. Like it's not that they have. I'm sorry. It's not that we've heard it. Like I like literally we've talked about this. Like oh Saprissa like this. Like we should win this. They were the lower of the draw. Union should take this win. Yeah, like what I mean, like the whole 9 yards. I don't think Saprissa's going quietly. I can see them
me
putting up
neither.
a goal or two. And if they put up three, we got a problem.
Yeah, that means we got to put them up. And it was Blake and goal, leg
Yep.
one. This leg, we're gonna have, which,
Union Oliver.
like we said before, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with Union Oliver being in.
If this was
So
Joe
that
Bendick, we'd have a problem.
it makes me, yeah, we would be having a whole nother 5-minute conversation about how uncomfortable that, you know, how much the speed then really would bother us.
Yes.
But no, I'm very comfortable with Union Oliver being
I love it.
in goal
I
for
love
it.
Union Oliver. It's
So,
great.
um, what do you think of Jim Curtin's attire? Switching it up, man. Switching it up, more
I'll say
professional.
that. I'll
Do you
say
think
that about.
do you think that's anything to do with maybe the game
I think it has
that you're
everything to
seeing
do with.
from the guys?
I think it has everything to do with the brand that we're using. But I'm gonna keep my
Ah,
mouth shut on
okay.
that one. Like
Dude, my voice is struggling.
you can
I'm
hear it.
still,
But this is
man,
why we said Tuesday was perfect for podcast because it gives us 3 days after for home
oh
game
my gosh,
rests.
dude. My vocal cords were like, dude, you didn't even give us a warm up or nothing. We just did
We jumped
3 hours
headfirst
of a
into it.
tailgate and just boom. I was, yeah, dang. But so yeah, no, I feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Yeah.
So also one thing I thought was weird, are your are your tickets already in your account
I don't like that.
for
The
the
all-in-one, I
next
don't like
round?
that. I don't like Yeah, I
No,
saw
but
that too. They were they
for
dude,
the next
they
round,
started they hit my account literally the minute the game went final on Tuesday.
which maybe it's easier to remove tickets than it is to add tickets, so
It
maybe
is,
that's
but
why?
it's
I don't know.
frustrating for me because I wanted to put up on Wednesday, I wanted to put up tonight's game because we're gonna do what we talked about. I wanted to put up tomorrow's game for my tickets that I have because my wife can't make it, my daughter's not gonna make it, so I have 2 extra tickets. I wanted to put them up last Wednesday to try and push them, like, for on
But you can't
StubHub, SeatGeek,
because you
you
never
can't.
know.
You have to wait till
Yeah,
the
because you
next game
never
that you have is over, and I
yeah.
don't like that. Because then I'm
Yeah.
panicking. I'm like, I only have like a day or two to sell my tickets. I don't like that. That's just my opinion. But oh, frustration. Ashley Recky checking in. Make sure you drink your tea with honey for tomorrow, Steven.
Yeah, I had some coffee, this morning, and I
Had a
was
lot
like,
of
"Oh,
coffee
wow."
today.
I
And
was like,
then
"That is nice. That is
Cody Kaufman
fun."
checking in. Nothing some Nooners can't fix. God, I love some Nooners. Love some Nooners. I love some Sterling Pig too. I guess get some
We're
more. Get
getting
my
there
hands on
we're
more
gonna
of
get
that.
there early. We're gonna do a little our own little parking lot, a little
Parking
tailgate
lot
tomorrow.
tailgate. Get some
Try to get there
pizza.
by, like, 6:30 and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, we got lot G parking passes. We'll see us. I mean, we ain't gonna
Yeah.
be hard to miss. But yeah, we'll have the special needs child with us. I'm just kidding. He's not really special needs. We just say that because he looks like it every time he takes a picture.
He looks like it every time he takes a picture. Uh, uh, Harold is not good at taking pictures
He's
whatsoever.
not. He's
So
terrible.
so, that's champions. That's leg 2. Like, we both think we feel pretty comfortable going into it. Away, now going Saturday, then after this, we have Sporting KC away.
Oh, we
Um,
do well.
yep.
Yeah.
So, last year, this was a 0-0 tie, that it was April 1st game. So, again, we saw them
Early in the
early. That game was
season.
at home. Yeah, so there wasn't really much to, build off of, just a few games, kinda like this year. And last year, the goalies were the highlight,
Hmm.
and who knows who we're gonna have in net, in goal, but I feel comfortable with either one.
I'm gonna bank
So,
on Union Oliver right now. It's gonna take over probably the next week or
yep,
two.
yeah. I
I'm
think
okay with that.
him feeling comfortable, the more he feels and shows he can do it, the more let Blake just get healthy from
Yes,
from
the
from
more
the
comfortable
injury.
that he looks, the better it is for this squad too, because you don't want
Yeah,
to rush Blake back. Blake is the best goalie in
not at
MLS.
all.
Stands on his head every game. If this team can be comfortable with him with Union Oliver in net. Sorry, bud. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I don't want to mess it up, and I don't want to say it wrong.
It's just what
But
it is. That's what we're calling it for the show.
yeah,
It is what
my
it
son's
is. It's just
Oliver and Meth
yep,
Baby Oliver. You're Union Oliver. Sorry if you ever hear
yep,
this. But the more comfortable this team is in front with him in net, and his confidence continues to grow. Not only will we have that weapon that we can say, "Hey, Blake, you're only going to play like Concacaf in half the MLS season, or vice versa, or whatever." We have options.
yep,
And I
yep.
like that. I like being able to be like, hey, like I do that in FIFA all the time. I play FIFA 23. I still have the 23. Sue me. And I have different goalies. I for each cup I have different goalies. I don't just have Andre Blake in. I play with the Union, but still same deal. Cody Kaufman checking in. My make a wish is to look normal one day. I'm happy for you,
Never.
buddy.
It
I'm happy
will.
for you, buddy. Ashley Recky then chimes in too. If you see them at the tailgate. By them, she means the three of us, Steven, I, and Cody. Please call Cody
Inside joke.
Kaufman anything besides Cody. Thank you in advance. Facts.
Inside joke. When you come find us at the tailgate,
We'll
definitely
explain.
good, story. Yeah, good
We'll
story to
crack a
tell you
beer with
guys.
you and we'll explain it to you.
Yep.
You want to
So
get to our
I
favorite
don't know.
segment then?
I don't see Sporting
Uh,
KC didn't really do anything, nice one, dude. 8.5. Um,
that was weak.
I didn't see Sporting KC do really anything in the offseason, and, um,
It's an away
I
game
I
still.
think where we're at yeah, and it's an early game. Early game of the season, I think where we are now, the starting lineup that we're gonna put out probably on Saturday. is
What
going to
time is
be a
it? Can you see that?
stronger starting lineup.
It's an 8:30 game. It looks like it says.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab it on my phone real quick.
Also, I pulled it up. I can't tell. Maybe somebody else
Yep.
can tell.
Oh wait, no, it's because we're in March. Jeez.
March.
Yeah, 8:30. Yep, you're right. 8:30.
So
the fact that they didn't really do anything. What did they do? Did they? How they do?
you
Well,
got me
they
on that
won.
one. I didn't
Yep,
pay
they
attention.
won. I didn't pay attention to it. So they beat Houston. Oh, yeah, February. So yeah, oh no, yeah, they were 1-1. So either way, I feel comfortable going against them. If this team, from what we saw these last two games, and I think what we're going to see tomorrow is going to lead to a win. But we'll talk about that in next show. How that
we got a
game
fun,
goes. Do you want
fun.
to?
We got a fun little thing to talk about in 90 minutes. Steven and I made a game about it now, so we're gonna have some fun with it. We'll explain when we get to the 90th minute.
We'll jump into next segment. Thanks, top five.
Our favorite one. Second,
Yes, the
maybe.
best
I don't
one.
know. Oh, damn.
Thanks, top five is brought to you by Sterling Pig Beer out of Media, PA. Go to
love that intro.
www.sterlingpig.com and use the Pig on the Fly service. Use promo code OCSN for free shipping on your selection of Sterling Pig beer over $65. Have it shipped to your door. Service is only for Pennsylvania, Virginia, and DC residents. And make sure you check out their website for their great menu. Dude,
I'm
what are we
eager to
doing?
get there.
What's-
Real quick, I'm eager to get
what's the
there.
topic?
Corey Welk, being the food junkie that he is, Corey Welk says those smoked wings there are phenomenal, and I'm a sucker for some wings. So
Love wings. Huge wings.
So
This show is a big fan of wings.
big fan. Big fan.
Anytime. Bring them.
Blue cheese, not ranch. Blue cheese.
Blue cheese, yeah.
Thank you.
Blue cheese all day.
Just gonna say that out there.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
I'm
Top
not
five.
opposed to ranch if it's all you got. Okay.
But I'm going blue cheese every time.
What is what's the topic, bro?
So we kind of did the top five before the season began to kind of give us like something to kind of have fun with. I think kind of going forward, we kind of explained that this will be our top five takeaways from our last show between the games that we had. Agreed?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take away our top five from both Saprissa in Costa Rica and Chicago. Sorry, it's boring. Sue me, but don't. It's just something that it's like now that we're doing weekly shows, I think it's going to be a lot easier for us to do this and kind of flow into everything.
Yeah.
Very easy to start off, Steven. I know everyone apparently on Spotify and Facebook and everything. Whenever we do polls, for some reason Steven's lists are better than mine. So the man can start off first because apparently everyone loves his top fives more than me, and I'm a little upset by that. Jerks.
I'm a big list guy. I'm a big list. So I know how to put them together, man. Sorry.
Just go.
Just go. All right. So number 5 for me, Bedoya, I think, is, and it stems back to last week's Fangs Top 5. What a better way for him than to get a solo introduction every single game as a sub. You're not introduced with the starting lineup where everyone's already hyped for everyone and the game to get going. But if
he was always the last one introduced because he was captain, so like he got that little special one. I mean, I get it. Or continue.
So tomorrow night, if he doesn't start and he's a sub, you will see the eruption that he got. It was pretty cool. And I think he is, unlike how most athletes are when they have reached his point of his career, where they don't necessarily know when you've been a starter and when you've had the success at every level that he has.
It's the farewell tour.
Yeah. But they had a hard time taking that step back of being in the starting lineup. Yeah. Where Bedoya, you don't You don't get that from him, and I don't get a
He-
sense that he's asking for that. So what better way than to, hey, look at what these let Sullivan. Why look at what the way he's playing.
Yeah.
Let him.
Can't take
And
him
then
out.
I'll come in for McGlynn. But let's say
Or I'll come in for Sullivan if he's having a bad game.
he's having it
Like
right.
he
And then you
has the
still,
flexibility.
yeah, and you still then have Bueno as a sub. And if you're
For
gonna let
Martinez.
if Armart, yeah.
No,
And
you
if
have
you're going
Bueno
to,
for Martinez is what I'm
yeah,
saying.
and if you're going to, which I think he's gonna play Marcus Anderson. If you're gonna play him and Donovan coming in for Carranza, if you need to, I know you don't like it, but hey, if you have those two subs, there's only so many minutes that can go around. I like this rotation. Bedoya is cool with this role, and I don't know, but maybe part of the contract that he's in now, maybe he's getting paid already for that front office role that he's playing. And he's okay with, hey, I'm cool with just coming off the bench. Look where he came off at the 75th minute, I think it was, in the Chicago game. Well, uh,
It was
79th minute,
65th.
79th minute. So he played 11 minutes and then the 8 minutes. So less than 20 minutes he played. That's perfect. That's what we said. That's ideal.
Yeah.
And he's getting his farewell tour by getting that. I mean, dude, it was a pretty big roar for him. So
Yeah.
that's my number 5 is I think, and what a way to go out, I think.
Yeah,
Number
I do too.
4, Blake, I think these games, I think age is catching up to him. He's playing in all the leagues,
All
the Leagues Cup,
competitions.
all competitions, for his country, for Jamaica. And it's a little concerning, but I'm okay with it because all show we've been saying Union Oliver, he's there for us now.
Yeah. And I have
Number
faith in
3,
him.
yeah, I do too. Number 3 is sloppy first half in both games. It's concerning to me. That's why I put it in the middle of this lineup. It's pretty concerning. I think it will fade off. I hope it does. I don't see why it wouldn't. Every team's coming off of rust, and yeah, so that's it for me for the sloppiness. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to convince myself and talk myself into, oh man, this is going to keep going. Number 2, this team isn't going to just lay over and play dead like they did last season, and that is great to see. That is a positive. I hope it doesn't have to take effect that much. I hope that I can't wait now to see when we get up if we keep our foot on the pedal. What'd you crack? What'd you have? Sterling pig beer. Duh. Sterling pig beer is what you had.
Yeah, basically, yeah. In my my awesome
So
koozie, the all for one koozie.
yep. So I think I'll be interested to see how the team responds to being up and if they're going to roll over. They didn't really seem that way against Saprissa. They did give up the late goal, but that I think had to contribute to a little bit of Blake's injury. And then my number 1 from my takeaways from the Champions League and home opener is this guy right here, Sullivan. Um, I just can't see him coming out of the starting five or the starting lineup with the way he's playing.
I don't know.
He's got curtains lucked into it, I think, and he put together a pretty solid starting lineup that I would like to see that moving forward. Maybe move a couple pieces here and there, give or take, because of these
The
sort of weeks where
flexibility,
you're
yeah.
playing 3 games. Yep. But for pending health, I don't think there should be any sort of change to even when Flock comes back. All it does is just give you more depth on the
Yeah.
bench. When this allows you to get Ty to get a little bit healthier and everything like that. So let Blake get healthy. So, but Sullivan, we keep talking about it. We've been talking about it, I think, every damn show. He is exactly what we thought he was going to be. So that's mine. I can't wait to hear yours.
We
Go for it,
kind
bro.
of. I'm not even gonna say that we have the same things, but a lot of them are the same. My number 5 is this team starting slow better not be a thing. It better not. Like if it is, we're in for a long season, and we're in for a lot of my wife's bold take comments about the ties, and that's what's. Oh my god, what is that? What is that? Oh, Kylie Ray, I hope you're not watching. You're not getting that. Anyway,
It's for the both of them. It's for the both of them.
that's
I
so
couldn't
scary.
resist. I couldn't
God
resist at the
damn it.
story. My bad.
Kylie, you're not
I had
getting
to.
that.
I would waited until this segment the whole time for it.
Fang. Everybody loves Fang. Okay. Well, now I got sidetracked. Starting slow. This is going to be basically one of if this is how we're gonna play. We're gonna start slow like this, and I get the fight happened, and we fought back, but we ended up with a tie. But if we're gonna start slow like this, other teams are gonna count on it.
Yeah.
And then that kind of plays into my wife's take about the ties being more than the wins, and that's kind of leaning towards what she wants. And I'm like, I don't want to say my wife was right, but that's what happens. Megan Fisk's checking in. It's for the babes. It was so cute. We had to get it. That
When
thing is
we
adorable.
that's my better half, everybody. So yeah,
Oh,
so no, that when we saw it, she was like, I was like, we have to get it, and she was.
Yeah. Well, if you
I,
didn't,
I
I
always
was
go
getting
crazy
it.
week one.
If you
Week one
didn't,
in the
I was
story.
gonna get
I go
it
crazy.
tomorrow night because I was planning on going. So
I saved you. I saved you that one. Now
thanks,
you get to buy a
appreciate that.
hat.
Ooh. You didn't hear that, Ashley. Anyway, number 4 is the MLS is going to do whatever they can and can to get the pro referees back because that was an absolutely atrocious display on Saturday. And it
You're
wasn't
gonna beat
just
me
from
this
us.
week because of that. You're gonna beat me this week because of that.
I maybe, I hope, but that's the only thing that's kind of different at this point. But at the same time, like that game was so bad, and it wasn't just our game; it was across the whole MLS, and people were tweeting about it, and it just it made so much sense because it was like it makes so much sense for the MLS to make a deal done because what happened with the NFL referees? They're the prime example was the replacements. What happened? The freaking Hail Mary game with the Seahawks and the Packers. As soon as that happened, they're like, "Screw this, we got to get this done." How much longer are we going to last with the pro referees holding out with the replacement referees because that was bad. So that was a shock. Cody Kaufman, Colin's list already won. Wow, about time you voted for me. Number 3, I was very shocked to see only one sub was used Saturday. I thought this team was supposed to be deeper than that before, but 3 games in 7 days might have something to do with that. Again, maybe it is, but we also kind of talked about it earlier. We were happy with how they were pressing and doing this, and this. So I kind of understand, but at the same time, like that's why we went out and signed. Not that we signed Bueno, but like we didn't see Bueno at all. We saw Bueno the final 10 minutes of the CONCACAF. So I mean,
do you think we see him a lot more? Do you think we see him a lot more tomorrow?
I think we're gonna have to because of Jose's temper
and those yellows.
Yep, and they add up quick, especially in CONCACAF. You're gonna be missing a game or two. I would like to see Pariano, maybe. I think is his last name. I forget.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
You just can't pronounce it. Yeah, I'm with you.
Number
this
24.
is not a show of being able to pronounce.
No, we're terrible at that.
So.
I don't want to see number 25 out there. I won't even say his name because I don't want to see him out there.
That'll be a fun game to play. Who can pronounce who? Pronounce last names.
Berdicio maybe may make an appearance tomorrow. But like you didn't see any of these guys on Saturday. Like I said, we only saw Bedoya come in. And again, I kind of understand it was, we're at home going for MLS Cup. Or maybe MLS Cup. This is what we're going to push for. I trust my starting 11 to go out there, score some goals, tie the game rather than pull the bench guys in. I trust my starting 11 more to score. Thank you. To score more than I trust the bench guys. So that maybe that's a thing. But again, everybody's different. Number 2 was same deal. I love the fight on this team. Both times in the game they were down, they bounced back. Last year's team, end of the season, literally after the All-Star break, last year's team, they were down a goal. You saw them just roll over and die. So I'm happy to see it, that it started. I don't want to get hopeful, though, because I don't want it to be a consistent thing where I'm like, all right, cool, we have the fight. And then now I'm expecting them to fight back, and it kind of dies off. I hope it's not a thing. And number one, obviously, jersey behind you, Quinn Sullivan has no freaking fear. And as we said many, many a times in this show, this is episode 5. All 5 episodes, we have said Quinn Sullivan will be massive with this club this season. And that's a fact. Quinn is a beast. And again, it's not just Quinn. I love Jack McGlynn. I love Nathan Harriel.
Oh, yeah.
Big fan of these kids. These kids are so good. They're so talented. They deserve to be looked at. That's not MLS, because MLS is kind of the retirement league. I will stand on that no matter what. But Quinn is standing on his head. He's playing absurdly. He's shooting. He's got confidence that just is as big as his thighs. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google Quinn Sullivan. Every picture he has, it's like he's wearing underwear because his shorts are all the way up because he loves his thigh muscles. Plain and simple, cut and dry. You don't need
letting him rip, though, man.
Yeah,
let him rip.
Let him. I don't care.
Let him rip.
His confidence is through the roof. The kid's playing out of his mind. He runs hard for 90 minutes. Like, I don't have enough good to say about what he's doing right now, except the only thing that I'll say, negative-wise, he is young. He's going to learn. He's going to make mistakes. I, myself, have to remember that because I'm a very passionate person. I have to remember, hey, he makes a mistake. He's only, 20? Again.
I don't even think that.
I don't think so either, but still, I want to say 20 just because I want to feel like I know what I'm talking about, but maybe not. But regardless or not, he's young. He's going to make mistakes. We all have to remember that. The kid is a stud, though. So that's my top 5. I just take away, again, my number one takeaway is just Quinn Sullivan just is a absolute machine.
We were pretty similar. Yeah. I think that what put you over the edge is the refs. I forgot all about the refs.
Oh, I couldn't. That game was so bad. I could not forget about that.
So I looked it up. Too.
Here.
The NFL, it was 3 weeks. So
3
Jose
weeks
might have been
total?
on to something. 3 weeks, yeah. After 3 weeks, the NFL refs came back. I just looked it up.
That doesn't feel right.
I just looked it up. Wiki said that.
I don't. Oh, Wikipedia? I don't believe them.
Yeah. Resulted in the use of replacement officials through week 3.
Really? Maybe okay. Maybe his.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe.
So then by week 4. So I hope it's
So
that's
okay.
all it is.
So now
I
we're
wouldn't
gonna put.
mind
I'm gonna
if
pull this up real
by
quick. So
Saturday.
week 4 would be Austin. So after the
when we
Austin game is when you think.
Yep, when we start a little road trip.
Okay.
So-
I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying, like, that's what we're looking at. Then we're looking at. So they have this one was terrible. Now we're gonna get. Damn! I just pulled it away. Kansas City home to Seattle, and after the Seattle game or after the Austin game, which one do you think?
I think after Seattle.
Okay, see what happens.
Pending something crazy happening Saturday match week.
2.
Oh, I like it. I like your. I'm gonna vote for yours even more than mine.
You can vote on
Simply because
Spotify,
of
ladies
last
and gentlemen. Please go like and share that too. All right.
So all right, let's do it. The 90th minute is brought to you by Warlord Beard Oil. Go to www.warlordbeardoil.com. Use promo code OLDSPORTS, that's old with an E, for 15% off beard oils, body wash, soap, swag, and much, much more. I got some, over here. Got some decals. Again, I got the barbershop.
Oh, man.
I went to barber school for a little bit. It smells amazing. I put it on before I go to work Wednesday through Saturday. So make sure you guys go grab and check out. And they are, like Colin and myself, veteran owned and company. So make sure you go support the troops and go place an order for those birthdays, and never can get a too early head start on Christmas, folks.
Facts.
So, do you want to explain? You want to explain the new game we just came up with?
So, the past 4 episodes, we've had Steven and I have said, all right, winner of the game, goal scorer, and the result. So, like 2-2 tie was Saturday, obviously, and Gazdag and Ua scored. So now Steven and I are gonna make a game out of it. You would like to join in, keep track of yourself, because I'm not gonna keep track for you, and I know Steven doesn't want to do that; it's too much. But let's have some fun with it. So last week, we're only doing this for MLS season. We're not doing this for anything else.
Yeah.
We're only doing this for MLS. I know last week I said Gazdag would probably score a goal. I thought it was a 2-1 win, but I had a feeling Gazdag would. Oh, also man of the match. I'm sorry. Gazdag was going to score a goal and get man of the match. So I got 2 points out of that. My result was not right, obviously, because we end up tying Chicago. But I did get Gazdag getting the goal, Gazdag getting man of the match. So,
yep. And I had,
thank you.
So you had 2-1. I had it being 3-2, with Carranza being first goal scorer. So moving forward, we're going to pick who our actual goal scorers are going to be too.
Yes.
But then I had Carranza also being the man of the match. But I did pick Gazdag to be a goal scorer. So I picked up 1. And so after the first week, Colin's up 2-1 on me. He's going to be talking crap every single time.
I always will.
I guarantee.
So, okay, real quick. Are we doing so like let's say we lose, right? We don't get the man of the match because we lost, obviously. Are we just gonna pick one unanimous? Like we'll agree on one? Like who are the best?
Just takes it away. Takes it away
Yeah.
from the game.
Had to ask.
We don't deserve a man of the match after we lose, Colin.
I agree with you completely. That's why I wanted to ask. All right.
And if you predict the right score.
So if we would have got 2-2,
exact score,
2-2, you would have got 3 points automatically. So I'm up 2-1
right
now. Steven.
We want to put a little friendly wager up, like a little 20 piece.
I was going to say
20 piece at the end of the season.
No,
just noon or at the season at the
stadium.
Yeah.
Last game of the season, nooner.
There we go.
Whoever's leading the last home game of the season, so that'll be. I keep pulling this up because it's my very valuable thing. So whoever's leading the Cincy game, going into the Cincy game, whoever's leading, I got rid of that. That's bad. That was a nooner.
Works for me. All right, so we have this one won't count, but I still want to guess. I still want to get your guess for tomorrow night.
Okay.
What do you got?
I want to say 3-1.
Yeah.
I want to say 3-1. I want to say I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say Marcus Anderson and Marcus Anderson gets 1. I think Quinn gets. I want to say 2. I would love to say Quinn gets 2 because I think the man's just firing on all cylinders. But I'm going to say Quinn gets 1 at least, minimum. And I'm going to take Harriel. Quinn,
right.
And
3-1.
Anderson.
And you got Anderson. Quinn for 1 or 2?
Quinn for 1. I want Quinn for 2, but I'm going to say 1.
And then who's your man of the match?
Quinn. It's hard to argue with him at this point. The kid's just on a tear. I just can't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. Now, are you cool if we just have the same for whatever? I mean, it's bound to happen, right?
Yeah.
So I also do think it is going to be 3-1.
Well, this one isn't counting towards our standings, but still, I think it's fun.
Oh, that's true. Okay. And
we'll just have it because we'll talk about.
I think Carranza is looking to get some sort of golden boot or whatever they call it for this chit tournament.
I agree, but I don't think he plays tomorrow. That's the difference because we're up 1 goal at home on aggregate. So
I think he plays enough. He plays enough.
Half.
Yeah. Maybe the first sub, and then you see Anderson come in. Maybe.
I hope Anderson's the first sub. I don't want to see 25.
So I think he's a goal scorer.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to go with Quinn scoring 2.
You're going Quinn too? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I feel comfortable doing it with him also being the man of the match. All right. So then let's jump into Saturday's away game.
Okay. You go first this time. I did that. You go first this time.
I knew you were gonna do that. All right. You know what? Switch it up. 2-0. I think we win this game 2-0. I think we start on the road differently. We were proven wrong about them rolling over and playing dead.
Okay.
So I'm going to continue this positive energy. Remember,
Proud of you.
the believe mindset. So I think they're going to start
Lasso, thank you.
strong on the road. Yep.
Okay.
I think they're going to start strong on the road. 2 goals to 0. I think Union Oliver comes up big, and I'm going to give a goal to Ariel and to Uwa, with Uwa being the man of the match. I don't think he plays that much tomorrow.
Ua, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see most of our starting strikers tomorrow. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't think he plays that much tomorrow.
I think if we get like a 1-goal lead is when you see Ua Carranza come off instantly. I think if we go up 1-0, he's done.
Yeah. I think maybe you'll see a couple of subs second half off the bat.
Yes.
Yeah, sort of deal.
What
do you got for Sporting KC Saturday?
1-1 tie, Ua man of the match. Because Ua is the goal scorer.
Oh, okay. 1-1.
I don't feel comfortable enough yet to say we are the 3rd best team in MLS and on the road. I'm confident and I'm happy that we showed the fight and resiliency.
Mm-hmm.
But going to Sporting KC is kind of a nightmare.
Well, I think I like it. I like you gave us a point though.
Mm-hmm.
We got to really build Colin up, guys. We really got to build him up. All right.
For what?
He's almost there. He's almost there for this positivity of everything. 1-1. An old I think if they would have rolled over, I think if the Union would have lost, I think
if they would have lost, today would have been awful for a podcast. I would be on here so mad. And I would tell you, I have no faith in this team going into the rest of the season. If they would have lost that, straight up.
It will happen. They will not get a perfect season. Tune in for those weeks, folks, for the shows after a loss.
We've talked about this, but we've talked about this. I think it was like episode 2 or 3. I think we talked about 2 or 3 where we talked about like what our prediction for the season was. So I'm expecting a lot of losses.
I don't want no losses right now, though. Only ties after 1 week, right? After 1 week of games that matter.
1
win, 1 tie. I'm feeling pretty good, dude. I'm feeling pretty good after a week, right?
Me too, buddy.
Everybody, we're going to be there tomorrow night. Hope everyone can come out. And Tuesday night games are hard. So at least hopefully everyone can watch. I'm not sure what it's going to be on. I haven't looked at that yet.
I think it's FS1.
Is it FS1 now? All right. If it's not FS1, it might be FS2.
Looking right now.
So one of the FS. So in the meantime, everybody go subscribe to the Old City Sports YouTube page, www.youtube.com @ City Sports Network 4787. We got some great shows at Flyers Alley, Center Ice, Unsportsmanlike Conduct, The Living Room Show, our show, Check the Net, and Ducks and Pucks. Lots of good things coming the rest of this year. You will be seeing. Are we going to do some live tweeting tomorrow? Maybe a little bit, not too much.
Maybe
it's hard,
before
dude.
the game.
I tried. I was going to do a little bit during the game, and it's hard.
I think maybe before the game for Instagram too.
Yeah.
We'll just be like, "Hey, here we are. Come find us." Like, it's not gonna be hard to do.
I get 2 EA Sports into the game, so
I also don't think it's easy to tweet from inside the stadium on our phones.
Service wasn't bad.
Really?
Service wasn't bad. Yeah. Big ups to Verizon. Thank you.
Thanks, bud. I have Sprint.
That, so.
Hey,
it's all right. Hey, it works. So, all right, man. Good show, dude. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you
I'll
tomorrow.
see you tomorrow.
Let's do it.
139.
Saprissa, everybody. Lake 2.
139, row B and C. Come find us. We'll be in lot G for the tailgate. Let's fucking go, Union.
Let's
take this over.
go.
We'll see you guys
Later,
later.
bro.
All right.
Love you.
Love you too, bub.
Let's do it.